So, family and friends, good afternoon and welcome to this live broadcast. It's our day, our great day, our day of joy, our day of blessing, our day of everything possible. We can make things possible because we are the gods and goddesses. We have the will and the power to say things, to make things become real. What we dream, what we vision, what we saw in our revelations, in our dreams, we can make them a reality. They are not real until we bring them into reality. And I title what I want to share with us, we can stop them. Who are the we and who are the them? We, the Africans. So I really want to speak about us, the Africans, or the ancient Africans. We are the ancient Africans, the people that gave the world civilizations, the people that gave the world, that invented everything we are enjoying in the world today. You cannot invent a thing twice, it's once. Our ancestors, what they invented cannot be reinvented. They already invented it. So anyone coming to claiming it or to claim it is a liar. And that's what the them, which are the white men, our enslavers, the Arabs, our enslavers. That's what they come to do. They come to claim what our ancestors invented and claim they are the one that invented it, and they are killing us for it. Anyone among us that rises up to speak the truth about it, they kill the person. And as a result, many of us are afraid to speak up. Many of us are afraid to to reject the lie they force us to accept as the truth. Although our ancestors are speaking to us, but because of the faith and the belief they force us to hold, we are ignoring our ancestors. That some of us think our ancestors are demons, as they taught us to believe. When they see the picture of God or Jesus, they superimposed on their mind from childhood. They believe that's God, that's the real one. But when they see their ancestors, they say, okay, but you say no spirituality or spiritual. Why are you saying they seen their ancestors? Of course. The same way you are seeing the God and Jesus that is not real in your dream, in your visions, it's the same way you can see your ancestors because you are one blood with them. They look like you. They are like you. And they come to give you message by blood. It's not a spiritual being. For example, I remember one of my friend then, Ngrima. Some of you that knew Onitsha or grew up in Onitsha, when okra was raining and when Bakassi boys came, Ngrima was killed by Bakassi boys. Because Ngrima was my friend. We used to club together. We used to sleep with the woman together. He was my friend. When I was doing business in the north, anytime I remember how we used to rock, I just entered the next available night bus. I think that time transport fare, the bus fare, the lower fare was like 30 naira. I don't know how many thousand that paying now. You will see me, and where am I going? In the nightclub, Dallas nightclub. Ngrima must be there, and I must see him. Our spirit was working together like we are. So, do you know that the day Ngrima was killed, they chop him up and burn him in Main Market, Onitsha. I was in my village. I was in my village. So my uncle's wife came that weekend and told me that Ngrima was killed yesterday, because his death was everywhere. So those people that knew me, that I'm the one that taught him how to smoke weed. And when the thing want to mess him up, I take him to our house and gave him food so that he came to himself. And when I became a minister of the gospel, I used to go to their house to preach to him, to repent. The mother knew me, the mother loved me. The mother will tell me every bad thing they say Ngrima is doing. And when I ask Ngrima, why are you doing this? They say you now have charm, no bullet can penetrate you. You know, you are living. Ngrima say, no, don't listen to them. It's only weed I'm smoking. Don't listen to them. Even my younger brother, Emeka, you can go verify. He said to me, if Ngrima asks you to enter the vehicle, it was driverless, the other people's vehicle. He said, don't enter. He kills people. I said, don't worry about that. Right from time, I know he cannot. And I know Ngrima is a rugged guy. I remember one time when I became really bad, like no longer going to my parents' house, you know, not sleeping in my parents, I'm not living wildlife, you know, that handling guns sometimes and all that. I remember one time I was dragging him to join me. He used the cigarette he was smoking. Boom! I lose my hand. He ran for his life. So that's how I know Ngrima. Ngrima has mind. That guy have mind. But when you see him, he looks so innocent. And you can meet Ngrima and not love Ngrima. You will not want any bad thing to happen to him. But what happened to him is, you know, when their father was rich, or let me say had money, but they were very little when the father died, and the mother was single mother then, you know, doing all this petty or chanja business to take care of his children. So that's how Ngrima got corrupt and became that bad. He wanted to have a good life. He wanted to chase away poverty. Every thief in Igbo land especially, every Igbo person that engaged in drug trafficking or that, look at their family. They want to, you know, eradicate poverty. Even the ones that are pastors, all of them, they want to eradicate poverty, because poverty is in every family in Igbo land. The Nigerian government and all the people standing for them, you know, they will never allow that path to progress, because they know the greatness of our ancestors. They know wherever we come in, we bring positive changes, but they don't want it, because they cannot prosper without corruption. But our people prospers without corruption. So what am I saying about Ngrima? Because of the way myself and Ngrima became so close, like we used to tell people, we say my best friend. It's like, you know, the story of Jonathan and David in the Bible. And so our heart click, our mind click like that. But what I'm saying is this: the day Ngrima was killed, although I was not there when he was killed, I saw Ngrima in my dream. He wears suit, black suit. I don't remember what we talked, but I saw him, we talked, then boom. The woman came after, in the morning, the woman came. I came to see her. She said, oh, they killed Ngrima yesterday. I said, I just saw Ngrima in the dream. He already been killed, but I saw him in the dream because of the connection I had with him. The same goes with you and your ancestors. You are one with your ancestors. You have that connection with your ancestors. No one can separate that connection. Religion make you see your ancestors as devils, as demons, as evil spirits in your dream, but they are not. That's why they tell you that Satan is black, God is white, Jesus is white. Your ancestors are black. Satan, devil is black. Then who is black if not your ancestors, you Africans? Have you seen any white man that look like you? Have you seen any white woman that look like you? When they are telling you darkness is evil, they are talking about you. And you keep believing that nonsense. So you still see your ancestors, and your ancestors want you to recover your heritage. Because you are not born to be slaves. You are not born to be suffering the way you're suffering today. You were not born to suffer. Your ancestors made sure you have a great life before these demons came and they killed them. Of course. Now, the people who are killing us, who say, kill the black man, they are bent to kill the black man. But the black man has been deceived, brainwashed, indoctrinated to accept slavery as God's will for them. And the enslavers can kill them at will. The slavers controls them in their land. The enslavers can come into their land anytime, kill anyone they want and go, no question. And you see the black people condemning their own brothers, blaming their own brothers. Then after some years, after the death, they begin to say, oh, they kill our brother. Oh, they kill our brother. This one. But when your brother was alive, you were against that your brother. Because you are not yourself. When I'm talking about our ancestors, I'm not talking about spirituality. I'm talking about knowledge. I'm talking about science. I am not operating in African spirituality. I am operating in African science, knowledge. I'm not talking about your ancestors coming to fight for you. No, I'm talking about you standing up and fight for yourself. It's the same nonsense you believe that God will fight your battle. And some others believe that their ancestors will fight for them. No way. The dead cannot fight for the living. It is the living that will fight for themselves. Who can stop them? Who can kill them? You. Those who are killing you know that the day they stop killing you, will start killing them. So they keep you ignorant. They keep you afraid. Don't rise up. No, remain ignorant. Keep praying that God one day will come and save you. God one day will come and help you. Your ancestors will come. Your prayers to Almighty God, your prayers to your ancestors are useless in reality. They cannot help you at all. That's why they made up those lies for you to believe those things are real. Why they are not real? They gave you the Bible, they gave you Quran, they gave you Torah, making you believe that somebody that never existed was your father. You say, Abraham, you are a child of Abraham. Why you are an African? Abraham can never be your father. Why? Because Abraham never existed. But it is a shameful thing that even grown Africans, educated Africans, they are believing that lie. One of them, I engaged her yesterday. She said her husband is a doctor in divinity and theology, and the other. I say, yeah. He's still ignorant of real African history, which is ancient African history. All they know is African history, which is colonized African history. So it's rare for you to see African person that know the real ancient African history. If it's not ancient African history, it is colonized African history. In other words, it's a lie. It's the one white man made up and taught us in schools. I tell her, everyone that is educated in Africa today don't know their true history. It's the same nonsense they taught us in the institutions of learning that they are spreading, which keeps us docile, which keeps us vulnerable, which keeps us cowards. They cannot motivate us to be who we were born to be as Akebulans. They gave you those things that doesn't exist and tell you exist so that you will keep being ignorant. Why they are killing you? You are waiting for imaginary being as God, imaginary being as your ancestors to come and fight for you. No, your ancestors are waiting for you to fight for yourself. They already done their own fight. It is your turn. They did not call on their ancestors to fight for them. They stood their ground and fought. Then they defeated them with weapons. It is time you stand up also. Learn how to make your own weapons also and fight for yourself. But it starts with you knowing your ancestors. Remember, I didn't say it starts with you believing in your ancestors. I said knowing your ancestors. How many of you know about our ancient African ancestors? How many of you know them? The ancestors you know is the ones that are Christians, the ones that are Muslims, the ones that are Jewish. They are misguided, our misguided ancestors. They are our ignorant ancestors. Our real ancestors wearing slaves. Our real ancestors wearing Christians. Our real ancestors wearing Muslims. Our real ancestors wearing Jews. They were Akebulans, the Moors. People that build the greatness you are seen in the world today. People that gave the world mathematics, medicine. People that gave the world every good and the perfect thing you can enjoy in this world. Our ancient ancestors. The only way we can stop our killers, the only way we can stop them, is by knowing our ancestors and do the needful. You cannot stop hate with love. You stop hate with hate. Quote me anywhere. Say, oh, you are preaching violence. Fuck that. If they use violence to take it, it requires you use violence to take it back. Period. If they take it by violence and make you slave, and you say you are goodwill, you are being nice, you are prayer, we make them give them back to you. You are kidding yourself. You are stupid to still have such thoughts. Somebody that make you slave will never free you. No way. They can give you independence. They can give you a job. Of course, you are a slave. But for you to free yourself, be like them or be above them, no way. They will never stop killing you. They will never stop robbing you. They will never stop exploiting you until you rise up and say enough is enough. If they took it by blood, you might have to take it back by blood. But remember, no condition is permanent. But you are permanent. You are the one that can stop the killing. You, Africans, our ancestors were not killers. Oh man, that lady also repeated the same lies many Africans still repeating. Oh, our ancestors were enslaving themselves before white men came. You are stupid, you don't know. Arabs, you are the one that first enslaved our ancestors. They came and taught us slavery. They came and taught us all those homosexuality, like a man fucking his fellow man. The Arabs first brought that nonsense to our land. They are whites, of course, Arabs. Before the Europeans came. Many of us don't know our true history. So they know the colonized history. They say, why our ancestors were enslaving themselves before? Well, no, our ancestors had no kings. They brought all these kings nonsense. One man ruling over. No, our ancestors, the elders, were the one in charge. All the elders. Everyone that is an elder. That's why we respect elders still. Before they give us kingship, which is hierarchy. Now one person is greater than others. Right? They gave us the idea. They said, yeah, it was a pharaoh that introduced that idea of one God. But he was also a strange pharaoh. And that's why when they talk about the Exodus, it never happened. They say, no, the people of Israel were enslaved in Egypt. But if you follow the debt they give to you, you find that even that time, they have already driven out Africans. And I told the woman, do you know that the place you call Israel, Palestine and all that, our land, we ran away from there. That's why we can say now, well, we are from West Africa, but that's not our original place. You that, especially you that is Yoruba man or Igbo man or Hausa man, go and look for your history. Some of you run away from Mali. Some of us run away from Mali. Some of us run away from Ethiopia. Some of us run away from Egypt. Some of us run away from Sangha and other empires, our great empires, them. Because they chase us away, then they replace us. That's why when you go to Egypt today, you see white people, white Arabs. They are not the original owners of that land. They killed us, and the ones that survived ran away. And wherever we go, we're still doing exploit. They keep chasing us. You can see how they came to West Africa and created Nigeria. And you still see some educated Africans. They still say God is the one that created Nigeria. Why white men created Nigeria in 1914? Yoruba people came from the Nile River. It is even in some of their books. But how many of them care about that? No. We are one Nigeria. Yeah. No, we are not. We are not. That's why Nigeria will keep suffering worse things until it split. I've been saying that no man of God, no prayer will change that. The truth is the only solution to our problem. And until we accept the factual truth, the problem will continue. Of course, they will be killing, but we are the only one that can stop them from killing. We have that power to stop them from killing us. These two things we can do, that's it, we stop them from killing us. Know your true ancient African ancestors. Gain the knowledge about them. Know them. Not praying to them, not sacrificing to them. No, know them. The highest honor you can give to your ancient African ancestors is the knowledge of them, knowing them. It's when you know them, you honor them well. How will you honor them? You try to be like them. How will you be like them? You begin to invent things, begin to build things. Imagine Africans buying weapons from white people. Oh, because they defeated us with weapons, why we can make even better weapons than them. Then you want to limit yourself like that forever? You say, yeah, but they keep their brain. Why can't you use your brain and secretly developing your, if you said they will come and stop your program developing it? Okay. That's where your wisdom supposed to come in. That's where your smartness, intelligence supposed to come in. You see how the North Korean use America to build themselves. Today, America cannot touch North Korea. America used to sponsor North Korea, but today North Korea is touch not my anointed. It's America. Of course. Look at Japan. Japan was bombed by America. Japan came back. Today, when you're talking about war power, you must include Japan. They went to America and learned how to make things and begin to make them. Look at China. Look at Chinese people. America don't mess with China. America, you know, they know they cannot defeat China. No way, because whatever you make weapon, China copy it and make more. That is wisdom. That's knowledge. But you see Africans still talking about rubbish, spirituality. My ancestors, spirituality. Fuck spirituality. Fuck religion. They are our enemies. We have to stop them. Stop religion, stop spirituality, and stop those who are killing us. Enough is enough. I will stop here for now because I have to go and work. No God will work for me. No, none of my ancestors will work for me. I'm the one that will work for myself. The same way, no God will fight for me. None of my ancestors will fight for me. I will fight for myself. It is time we man up. Stand up as a people and as a great people, greater than every other race, and take our rightful position. They will keep saying, kill the black man, until black man rise up and they start worshiping black man again. They worship our great ancestors. They will worship us again. The sun will shine again. Peace.